Pretty nice truck. You just buy it?
No, it was loaned to me. We just pulled the rut trailer down to the lake. Zach and Ben and Keith are already here. They're out hunting right now. They're actually on some birds, but we're gonna get settled in here and maybe try to roost some birds tonight. But either way, we're gonna be hunting in the morning.
We've got a bunch of turkeys gobbling in here on the end of this ridge. They're still pretty good ways from us, but it's humid and it rained a bunch last night, so the sound does not travel very far. Oh, there's another one just gobbled right there. Zach and Ben and Keith are hunting just down the road over at the lake. Yeah, see, those turkeys ain't that far. They're just right up on the ridge. They're gonna pitch to that ridge. Yeah. Jake and Brody hunted in here a few days ago and heard these turkeys. Try to get up in there with them. Might drop Brody back behind us to try to call him through these open woods. He's hammering, he may come. We're getting this turkey super fired up. He's over on private. The fence is about 100 yards or so. Oh, excuse me. Hold this, Brody.
Aaron had a muffin injury the other day.
I almost choked on a muffin and messed my throat up. Long story.
Long story. Seriously, it was a muffin. He's concerned he scarred his throat.
Anyway, jokes aside, we got a turkey gobbling. We gotta get him fired up. Take that call and go walking down through there, yelping on it. Okay. Start right here and just go right around that bush and keep on going. Okay. We're gonna make him think we're leaving this ridge and see if he does this.
And if it starts to seem like he's going one way or the other, try to pull him right by us.
Okay. You better go ahead and get started though, because he's fired up right now. He wants to hear it. I can't imagine this turkey's gonna come, but he might. He's got a little field over there, it looks like, judging from OnX, on the private land. But he was roosted in here this morning. He's gonna move eventually. Gobbling his brains out, but I just don't know if he's gonna come. This turkey's hung up. He won't move. We sat here on him for probably close to an hour, and he's just going back and forth over there. We could get right up to him if it was all public, but he's on the private side of the fence, so we've got about 60, 70 yards to work with. We're going to try to get as close as we can to him and see if that piques his interest just enough to come over and check us out. That's why he won't come. It's because it's a woven wire fence.
Here's the rut trailer. This is our accommodations for the week. It's got a pretty neat little cot system in it, actually. You can sleep 4 of us right here. We're gonna take a little nap. Those birds have been kicking our butts so far this morning, and we'll probably be back after them later this afternoon. It's windy as heck out, but about 3 or 4 o'clock, hoping that these turkeys come out of the woods and start hitting the fields.
It'll work for a good nap.
You probably can't even see me, huh?
got to try to get around that rascal. Just spotted big longbeard right off the road here. He's on private, but he's headed right back into the public land. Public butts are right up against the back of that field, so we're going to swing around him here and try to get in there and see if we can call him up.
We found the mother lode.
We gotta find one more. Or we can lay them all behind it, you know what I mean?
See any more?
There's probably me, actually. I can't see these things.
Heck with the turkeys.
Well, we went down in there trying to get on that turkey we just spotted from the road, and no luck. Got up to that field and didn't see him. Tried calling, no answer.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, Jake's pretty happy. He's got a hat full of mushrooms, so yeah, we're headed out of the woods. We're either gonna go find another one or go try and cook those babies up.
In the shade.
Strutting right on the bank in the shade. Yep. He's down there blowed up, boy.
Blowed up.
Down there blowed up. Just spotted another one. This one looks like he might be in the right mood though. Let's go try to kill him.
See, I marked him right there, right at the base of the cove. So we've got this ridge that should protect us. We may actually be able to set up right here and call him right around that corner.
I believe so.
Stop. You hear him, Brody? Yeah. He can't be more than 40 yards. They're gonna come down into this bottom. I can hear him walking. They're right there. He probably got a hen or something with him that's out in front. I'm gonna crawl over there in front of you and you just turn around. Just shift around a little bit. There's a bird. There's a turkey right there. No, don't move. It's a Jake. Is it a Jake?
Can't tell.
It's like a Jake. Are you filming it?
No.
Hang on. Uh-huh. Do you see him? He's right there, Jake. Got him? Get ready. Huh? 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 What? Are you kidding me?
Just a little bit of scratching.
Just scratching. Never made a sound. Other than that.
I've never heard one drum like that, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was gonna come.
What was that? What was that? Corn dog. What the heck, dude?
That was intense.
That was intense, dude. That was
I
real
was rolling
intense.
when you're like drumming, then you drop down.
Were you?
Yeah.
We spotted this turkey from clear across the lake, like a mile away. And we just saw him over here strutting right on the bank. So we looked at OnX and we're like, okay, we can get over there. There's an access point. We came all the way around. We dropped in this ditch. When we first saw him, he was down there right along the edge of the lake. And we were using this ditch to get down there and kind of just scratching in the leaves as we were going. And got about halfway down this ditch and I heard him drumming.
Right up top there.
And I was like, man, he's right above us on this hill. I was afraid to call because I knew he would probably just come right over top of the
we were
hill.
pinned. We had a terrible setup, really.
Yeah.
If we would have called and he came and looked.
Yeah, yeah.
Then we started scratching once he got over there, and he had to come
Like-
check us out.
Jake ended up sitting at this tree, and I was sitting over there. And we heard him drumming just going across the top of this hill. We could hear him walking up there. So I was like, Jake, man, I got to get around you. So I just crawled around him, got here. Jake actually popped out on that hill like 30 yards
I
away.
got any footage of it.
And he just walked through real easy. And I could just hear that tom strutting right down through there.
That was just crazy. Just those sounds.
I know.
Never gobbled. Never gobbled one time. Just spotted the turkey and just scratched in the leaves. That's it.
And you never called once either?
Never called. I
Or just
almost
seen him
did.
and snuck in?
But I was like, man, I don't want him to come over the hill looking right
Yep.
there.
Yep.
Did you have him full strut right there?
Oh yeah. He was behind the tree, like a little bit obstructed, and then he took that. When he got a little nervous, he popped his full head into the opening, and like sunlight straight behind him. I was watching the screen. It was like slow motion in my.
Let's go look at this thing.
You don't think he's gonna come the rest of the way?
Oh, we've only got to go about 6 feet to him. No, it creamed him. Oh, looky there.
We got a winner.
Got an old hook spur there. Another one of these. The one spur's broke, but there you know what he is on that other one. That little light scratching in the leaves. If you get tight to him like that in the woods,
Yeah,
that's
cool
more
to me because I'm used to, like in Wisconsin, just field hunting where I come from, and just seeing how well that works this year has been pretty cool.
Yeah, that scratching, man, it's killer. If you get real tight to them, whether they got hens or not, a lot of times that's what, because when you think about it, when they're in the woods, that's what they're relying on, especially when they're strutting and they're following other turkeys.
And this time of year when there's a bunch of leaves on
Yeah,
the
they're
trees.
thick right now. You could hear that Jake walking out ahead of him, you know, plain as day.
Yeah.
And that's what he's, you know, he can see him every once in a while, but then he stops and he listens and he can hear him up there, so he just follows.
3 days in a row, pretty lucky.
3 days in a row. Today was a long day, though.
It was.
We have struggled with them today. Got on that bird this morning, worked the same turkey this morning for about 4.5 hours. And we just, property lines got us there. He was on private for the most part and would not come over to the public side of the fence for whatever the reason. And we spent the rest of the day just trying to play catch up and find some turkeys to hunt. Eventually, we spotted this guy. Love hunting in the evenings, man. Big old beard on him. Big old paintbrush.
Heck yeah, man, good shoot.
We're running out of daylight now, but we got us a big gobbler and a bunch of mushrooms.
That's right. Take them back to camp, cook them up. I think Greg and Mindy plan on meeting us back there. I'd imagine Ben and Zach and Keith will too.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty fun. Roast them over the fire.
Yeah, maybe if they bring the stuff to cook them.
Oh, they're gonna. I've been messaging them.
Oh, you've already talked to him.
Way
so
ahead of you.
You already been conspiring to get all this.
Been thinking about this.
What'd you think about that, bro? That turkey,
Sweet.
that turkey
Fast.
drumming like that. This is another old long spurred turkey, and these are the ones that you find late in the season like this that don't have any hens. In this instance, he didn't have a hen, he just had a Jake, and they were working right up through this timber off the lake. You can kind of see the lake behind the camera here, and we spotted this bird, I mean, over a mile away, way across the lake.
Just a little speck out there.
Yeah, when we saw him from the truck, we could tell he was strutting, you know, he was acting right.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of birds lately. I don't know what it is, but they're just out on fields feeding, not strutting at all. And we haven't had any luck trying to get those birds to work.
This guy was strutting when we spotted him, so we knew we had a turkey that we could work with. A lot of this is luck. We're out here all day, and we preach that a lot. When you do get a day to finally turkey hunt, a weekend or whatever it is, you need to spend as much time as you can in the woods. Don't get discouraged.
Especially days like this.
Let's get him back and
Start cooking some food.
Start cooking some food, show the rest of the crew.
I'm excited.
Yes, I'm ready. Greg's going hunting in the morning whether he likes it or not. Because he's one of the only ones left with tag.
I think he'll be okay with it.
I think he will too. And Ted Miller's going to come with us.
That's right.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Paintbrush.
Yep, long spurs.
And long spur. Call him up.
Sort of. Scratched him up.
Scratched him up.
He's a 48er. 48 incher. He's a 4-footer.
He's an average bird. Yeah, the east side of the
They go more towards the road, the highway.
Pretty sweet day, huh?
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Brody even got his s'mores. Finish it off. That's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thanks for checking it out. If you haven't already, please subscribe and give it a like. We're not done hunting yet. Zach, Ben, and Keith are gonna get wild in the morning with the ghillie suits, sounds like. Greg and I are gonna go meet up with Ted Miller, go chase some birds on public land, and the weather's supposed to be beautiful, so hopefully we can keep the streak going here in Iowa and get another bird on the ground tomorrow.
Get wild with the gillies.
Add that in there.